Good afternoon, this is Tamara Sweeney from Love Dominates. This is going to be part 3 of my video on my arrest. So the first video goes over how the police treated me on my property. The second video, I pretty much just got out of jail, came home and wanted to put it on video how I was feeling, so there might be a little duress there or PTSD maybe, I don't know. And then this video, I just want to give you some facts, and then the following video, the next video, I'm going to give you detail from point A to point B. But basically where I left off was on June 22nd, I was arrested for trespassing on my own property. On my divorce decree, it states that the ex-spouse, number one, has to put the house up on the market by March. He was in contempt. Number two, it's either you have to be out of the house the day your son or daughter turns 18. In my case, he turned 18 in September, so he waited until the end of graduation, which was June 14th. My ex-spouse was supposed to be out of the house. 2 reasons of not being in contempt. Number 3, he never, this is for all the targeted people out there, so you understand, I am dealing with an impossible situation. The man does not communicate with me. He has the lawyers not communicate with me. So how am I supposed to sell this house when you have a person who is not rational? It is the most frustrating thing out there. So I just want to go over these criminal cases here in Upper Providence Township, and I want you to understand how many times the same cops come out. It takes 4 cops on my property for me, because I'm a big bad person. It takes 4 cops for them to do anything. Anyway, I'm going to show you here my I wanted to give you my docket number. Okay, so my docket number is M as in Mary, J as in John, 38119-CR, and then it's 4 zeros, 292-2019. The case filed was on June 23rd, 2019, and I think that's all the information I got to give you. But this is out of the magistrate's office in Limerick. And if you notice, they send you this letter, okay? And this is a trespassing charge. But they need to know all my proof of income, all my financials, my pay stubs, my bank statements. Why? This is for trespassing. Just curious. So that's one. So just so you know, when I was in jail, okay, and I'll go over these facts, I was forced to sign a blank document. I finally get out of jail, and right before I get out of jail, they're telling me my hearing's going to be on July 5th. So I call when I get home. They just go ahead and change it to July 16th, and then I have a hearing at the same place in Limerick, not in Montgomery County Courthouse, but back in Limerick with this Judge Richard Welch. So I want to show you a couple things before this. This is what I was sent home. All I received was the criminal complaint. That's it. I didn't get anything else from the jail except for because they sprained my arm. I went to the hospital at night. So I have this from, well, it's not the hospital, it's Einstein's Medical Center in Montgomery County. So I have the proof that this happened from the sergeant, Sergeant Sauermelch, I think is his name. So here's my proof on that. Back in 2014, I filed a private criminal complaint because the same police came to my property, and both times the ex-spouse was intoxicated. They said he's allowed to be intoxicated on his property. It doesn't matter. So back in 2014, I filed a private criminal complaint. The docket number is 2812-1155. I think that says 0. It went all the way up to Attorney General's office. It went everywhere to the, I interviewed with the chief of police, all to be swept under the rug. But my ex was intoxicated. All I was doing was dropping off Easter gifts to my children that I haven't seen in years for no reason at all. And he pushes me and breaks my 5th metatarsal. So these are the same cops, same people that have been harassing me since the day I served my ex with divorce papers. All right, just want to show you this. This is the recorder of deeds. I also had a title search done. Today, I think, is the 28th. Yep, today's the 28th. I am still on the deed of the house, and I had a company do a title search, and I'm still valid on this. So I'm just trying to figure out how I could get arrested for trespassing. If someone could help me here, that would be great. Also, the deprivation of my rights under the color of law, Title 18 USC Section 242, because this is a civil right matter. And then lastly, I just want to go over, because I just kind of wrote up my affidavit of facts. This is just a rough draft. But basically what I'm doing is I'm writing down the sequence of events so I can help other people see what they're going through, because the police will use their authority to threaten you, to intimidate you, to get you to sign things that you don't want to sign. And that is wrong. Very wrong. For me to live in fear from my ex-spouse is wrong. Okay, so I also filed in Montgomery County Court System over 300 dockets, but I think it's like 333, a motion for contempt. In my ordered divorce decree, again, I'm going to say this, the ex-spouse did not list a house in March. He is not communicating with me at all. He is removing my property and throwing it in dumpsters. I have pictures of all this. I have videos of all this without my consent. By the way, I was on that property the day my son graduated. He had no problem with me being on the property. I took pictures. I have pictures of my son and I standing by those dumpsters, as a matter of fact. He didn't call the cops then. So why all of a sudden did he call the cops this time to bully me and get me arrested and throw me in jail for the weekend? So it was Saturday to Sunday I was in jail. Just a question, just a thought. All right. Oh, and then on June 14th, my divorce decree states that my ex-spouse has to be out of the house. So, if he is out of the house on June 14th, and I'm on the property on June 22nd, who is the owner of that house? Who has the rights on that house, on that property? I would assume both my ex and I still are on the deed, right? But I'm solely on the mortgage. So how am I getting arrested for trespassing when he is in contempt and he was supposed to leave on June 14th? He should be arrested for being in contempt on the ordered divorce decree, but he's never held accountable. Why is that? So, the M3 charge basically is in default. It should be null and void. And that's it. That's it. All right, I will, my next video is going to go over all the order of events. I'm going to transcribe everything from the video. I'm going to state more facts of what actually happened in jail, which is absolutely disgusting. I've never felt so violated in my life, and mine is nothing, I'm sure, compared to some of these other parents that are targeted through a narcissistic personality that has money. All right, listen, choose love over hate in everything you do, and choose compassion over judgment in every decision you make, because one day you might be in the same position as me. So all these people that make decisions and make judgments on people, and they have no idea what they're going through. I mean, yes, this is a crazy, insane story, but it's the story. I'm not deviating from the truth. Thank you. Love dominates, and love conquers all. The truth will prevail. Amen.